David, we're here in Goldcrest Way in Newhall, and you've got problems with service charges. So can you tell me a little bit about what your problems are?
It's basically to do with the increase in service charges, so going from £117 a month and now being told that we're going to be paying around £158 a month for our service charge, from which we have absolutely nothing to show for in terms of what we're paying for, so we can't justify the costs of that service charge. £158 a month for which is meant to be an affordable housing scheme is ridiculous, because we've got our rent to pay, our bills to pay, our mortgage to pay, and now our service charge to pay, which has gone up to such a high price.
If somebody said that when did you move in again?
February last year.
So somebody said that February last year, somebody might say, should you have checked this all out?
We did check it out. When we originally moved in, we was paying £113 a month. So that's what we assumed that we would be paying. We didn't know that we knew that we may get a deficit or something that might come through each year in case of overspending and stuff like that. But no one expects to have a deficit of around £600 to then be demanded within 14 days of a letter that gets sent to us, then being told that our service charge is going to be increased to the amount that I've just said.
When I went over to people across the town are having problems. In Iceni Square, Commonside Road, they seem to have a problem with one company, but in Fifth Avenue, there seem to be several companies who seem to be attacked on a number of fronts. Is that the same here?
Yeah, so we've got First Port, Harold Styles and Moat. So them three are classed as managing agents. So two of them, I gather, run the estate, meaning the roads, the drainage, the gardening, etc. And then Moat look after the blocks. But if you do take any photos in the future, at the time or anything like that, you can see that we have nothing to show that Moat are actually doing anything to the blocks. They're not keeping up with the cleaning, the maintenance, the decoration of the place. Nothing's happening. There's a load of defects in the flats. So when we moved in, we've got defects that haven't been fixed from when they should have been in 2015. We still have a defect there that they've told us that they're going to fix, which has now taken them 4 years to do. Well, they haven't done it yet, so we're still waiting on something that's meant to have been fixed 4 years ago as well.
You've handed me and you've got yourself a lot of correspondence. Who are you speaking to and what type of reception are you getting?
We're speaking with all the residents. I'm speaking to a guy called Ravinder, who is the service charge manager at Moat. His responses have been pretty bleak, have had not very good responses, avoidance from any questions that have been asked.
Have you actually met him?
No, I've asked to meet him several times now. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to meet me. He said he's setting up a meeting with his team leader. I replied by email asking if we could see him and his team leader and have a meeting with the residents, and no reply.
What's the worst case scenario here?
Well, the worst case scenario is going to be increasing service charges, which we can't as residents afford. This is a shared ownership scheme. We're not, so families, people with children, if you live on your own, it's just not affordable. People are going to be in arrears. We have to owe money all the time. And to be honest with you, it's going to be worst case for Moat, because they're the ones that are going to have to be demanding money, collecting arrears, people being in deficit. It's just not going to work.
There's people standing outside the camera here who also live here. Would it be great if somebody would actually come down and meet you all? Wouldn't that be convenient?
Yes,
as opposed to us having this conversation.
And that's what we've tried to do, but no one wants to meet us. So we're trying our best. That's why we're going to get in touch with other types of media and see if there's anything that can be done, because it's not just an issue with us, it's an issue, as you said, with Harlow and nationwide. So hopefully, we'll see what happens, but this can't carry on. We can't afford to keep paying these increasing amounts of money.